And she's just so impressed to see, and I'm so happy that she can see how many people are out here supporting. Please welcome
watching all of you guys here today. This is such utter happiness, and all across the country the momentum is shifting dramatically. Are you hearing that on the phone? That is so wonderful. I will tell you, I came from Massachusetts before I was here. I was talking to union guys up in Massachusetts. They actually think Massachusetts could go Trump. I don't know even how that's possible, but they told me in their union, maybe 200 out of the 2,000 are voting Hillary. They can't stand her. Trump is a man's man. They want a man's man finally in the White House. And somebody who actually loves and appreciates women. He does. I've known Donald Trump personally for 5 years. He's a very decent, wonderful guy. And Donald Trump is one who really goes on merit. And he, more than anybody else in the industry he was in real estate and development, he promoted women to the top slots before anybody else does, because all he cares is about winning. He wants to make sure that he's always on top in whatever profession he is. And I will tell you, his whole family, he has such an awesome family, they are literally putting their whole company on the line right now, because what they've seen, they've met people like you all across America, and they've decided this country is worth it all. And so his sons have even said, if we lose our entire business, we don't care, because we got to save America. Amen. I mean, isn't that right? He is really a wonderful person. He can accomplish what we need to have done. And Hillary Clinton, I have worked with her in the United States Congress. And I was there on the Intelligence Committee when General Petraeus came in. There were 6 of us when we found out about what happened in Benghazi. And Hillary Clinton that year had 600 requests to beef up the security in Benghazi. Not only did she ignore those requests, she pulled out security in August. This happened in September. And the Department of Justice, I don't know if you're aware of this, they closed down an investigation of an illegal arms salesman because the information was going to come out that Hillary Clinton was actually transferring dangerous weapons from Benghazi to Turkey to send them up to Syria. And you know where they went? They went in the hands of the Islamic State and a lot of these different jihadi organizations. It wouldn't have looked very good for somebody who wants to be president of the United States to arm up and give ammunition to jihadis, but that's what she did. And they had to close down the investigation, so that didn't come down either. I will tell you, I'm a sinner, but I'm saved by grace. I'm a Christian, and I want you to know, I have been praying and praying and asking the Lord if He would reveal the hidden things. In darkness. And I will tell you, who could have known that all this information would come out, and we find the most incredible things out about this woman. The reason why her emails were so important is because what we have learned is that she betrayed America's most sensitive national security secrets in real time for 4 years. And what she was more interested in with this Clinton crime family syndicate, she was more interested, and now we know through WikiLeaks how their whole thing worked. They would catch donors, mostly foreign donors, would donate into the Clinton Foundation. Saudi Arabia has donated over $20 million. Don't think they give $20 million, don't expect anything in return. These people would donate into the foundation. And then Huma Abedin, her chief aide, who's from Saudi Arabia, her parents are from Saudi Arabia, even though she was born here, she had the list of who the donors were, and depending on how much you gave, that was the person who got in. And 55% of all the people that Hillary saw as Secretary of State were the donors to the Clinton Foundation. And she sold 20% of America's uranium supply, which is used to make nuclear weapons. She sold it to Russia. Now Russia owns 20% of America's uranium supply. You don't get to be president of the United States when you betray your country like that. I think mostly they do it for financial gain. I think that's really it's like, okay, you're worth 160 million. That's not enough. I mean, honestly, what is the big difference is that it's about us now. It's really about us. What is going to happen to our country? Are we going to remain the economic powerhouse of the world? Are we going to remain the military powerhouse of the world? Because Barack Obama has taken us down to pre-World War I levels. We are 1,000 pilots short next year. 1,000 pilots. They're stealing parts out of museums because they're flying planes that were built in the 50s. And we got a veteran back here that we need to thank. Are finally honored in the way they should be. So I think you know that on every single level, including, we've all talked about the Supreme Court, but Donald Trump has put out his list. Only pro-life judges are on that list. And he said it as recently as this last week, I will only choose my nominees for the Supreme Court from this pro-life list. He wasn't always pro-life. He made a genuine conversion. He truly believes it. And I believe that we are all made, every one of us, as imperfect as we are, is made in the image and likeness of a holy God.
Amen.
And that is something we have to stand on now in this election. So we've got to vote our values. We've got to get everybody we know out to the voting booth. And Tuesday night is going to come, and I think we're going to see great success on Tuesday night. Remember, there's massive voter fraud going on across this country. We've got to counter voter fraud, especially over in the Philadelphia area, which we know has happened before. In all likelihood is happening now. So these votes that we pull out, and I believe that Donald Trump is appealing to a lot of Democrats and independents because he's pro-coal, pro-natural gas, pro-oil. Hillary Clinton has said happily that she wants to shut him down. Are you kidding me? What are you going to do, dry up western Pennsylvania? You have to have jobs. So this is a huge distinct line of demarcation between these two, and I just want to thank you all for being here today. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Please work 4 hours than you thought at these phone banks. Spread the literature. Get in your car on Tuesdays and keep making one trip after another. Literally pound on people's doors. Go to your Bible study, your car club, whatever it is, even the relatives you don't like. Tell them to come to the polls, but only if they're going to vote for Trump. So.
Thank you so much for being